that you're having a beautiful day, manifesting the innate gifts that are from within. Let's jump right into it, guys. We're dealing with the perception of you are 100% responsible for your life's situation. Allow me to break this down and eviscerate some of the propaganda surrounding many of the self-help gurus' speeches and or cliches. There has been an attack on individuals in the sense that the word victim mindset or victimhood has been weaponized against legitimate individuals who have been victimized. I would say this up front. Yes, we are responsible for 100% of those things that we can control in our life. This is true. However, it has been propagandized in the way that it is alleviating the outside forces that control those who live in society. So if you live in a society, you are living up under rules, meaning that you don't have the autonomy to do whatever it is that you want to do. Your autonomy is based on the laws of the nation upon which you and I exist. I ask those gurus who continue to proliferate and propagate and perpetuate the ideal that you are 100% responsible for the outcomes that are or that is or represents your life. If this is the case, I'm sure that those gurus do not vote on anything that is being passed on as far as laws are concerned on the state, local, and federal level, because nothing affects the outcome of their life but their choice and their decisions. Nothing else matters. This is a bunch of foolishness, and this is why I'm gonna eviscerate this ideal and these cliches that are intended to inspire and get individuals moving in the right direction, which I get, but also are detrimental, and they do not take into account and or help to remove those obstacles that are blatantly put in the way of some individuals achieving specific goals via the laws that are being passed. So let's get back to it. Yes, you and I are 100% responsible for those things that we can control in our life, our effort, our decisions about doing certain things, our programming or deprogramming, our education or lack thereof, our drive to achieve that which needs to be achieved, our effort to do the things that we need to do, our willingness to overcome habits that are hindering us. Those are indeed 100% under our control, and we own 100% of the outcomes that we take or do not take as it regards that. However, that individual that was put in prison for 30, 40 years, later only to be exonerated for a crime that they did not commit, surely his behavior didn't put him in prison. It was the victimization of his person by the government, the prosecution, that chose to put an innocent man or woman in prison. And this happens many times. And this is not the only case. I'm using that case as a clear example. Again, we are responsible for those things that we can control 100% and the outcomes therefore. But we are not responsible for those things that are pushed on us by the systems that govern us and have laws that we must abide by whether those laws are beneficial to us or they are disadvantage or advantageous to us. We must remember this. We must own that part of the responsibility that we have, and they must own the part of the responsibility that they have. We cannot continue to let these gurus get away with this one-sided approach. They mean well, but they are actually doing damage and are not addressing the whole and totality of what the outcomes of many individual lives are because of the situations that are pressed upon them from the outside. So let me state it one more time. We are 100% responsible for those things that we can control, and we must control them, and we must take ownership of those things that we can control. But the outside forces that can impress upon us rules, laws, regulations, and all other things that disadvantage us, they have to be held accountable as well. Sending you love and peace. We must learn, but most of all, we must take the power of our health and put it back in our hands first. Peace. Here are just a few of the powerful herbs that I utilize in order to treat my ailments, my life-threatening ailments, as well as help others who have issues that they want me to assist them with. First, we must identify the herbs and or the herb combination that is unique to their specific situation. Then we must utilize the detoxing approach first and foremost to prep the body to be able to receive the herbs and help in the healing process. But what is almost as important is the mindset of the individual. Living in gratitude, appreciation, and love is the mindset that heals the body. Allow me to help you help yourself.